Hey everybody, it's John, and it is just another Mantis Monday, and it's my fun day because it's gun day. We're doing a live fire today instead of dry fire and verifying what we're getting in our dry fire. And today I want to work on recoil control, managing my sights, and shooting at a pace that my sights are visible to me. So let's talk about it. If you want to keep your shooting skills primed, you have to regularly dry fire. Mantis X is the best dry fire tool available to help you to stay sharp all the time. I use it every week. So one of the big things that I learned in Gabe White's Pistol Shooting Solutions class is that really my shooting cadence is dependent upon what I can see, not necessarily how fast I can do this. And we talk a lot about what kind of cadence is the best cadence to shoot at. Sometimes we want to shoot at a slower cadence, sometimes a little faster, sometimes a 1 second, half second. We talk about people talking about quarter-second split, or even even faster than that, 0.2s, something like that. And I'm working right now quite a bit to get my bill drill a little bit better. And a bill drill is a draw from concealment and 6 shots as fast as you can put them in the A zone. And the standard at Gabe's for the turbo pin is under 2 seconds, and that's pretty sporty. You get a 2.5 addition for, or a subtraction rather, for being from concealment. But dude, that's pretty sporty. That's like quarter-second splits and a 1 second draw. So you got to really kind of get after it. Anyhow, we're going to use this, the Mantis X, to kind of teach us about what our recoil is doing, shooting on cadence and shooting as fast as we can see. As you might be able to hear, there's a little bit of shooting going on. We're here at C2 Tactical in Tempe. The other lanes over there, the other bays are being used. So, this is pretty cool that they let us do this so that we can make this content. Now, what we're going to start with here is we're going to start with a 1 second cadence. We're just going to get a feel for that. We're out here at 7 yards, not super far. We're at that kind of place where we would be if we were shooting this for score, right? So we're shooting at a 1 second cadence, and at a 1 second cadence, this is a pretty slow cadence for hitting the A zone when you start really kind of shooting well, but it might be the cadence you can do. So the one you're going to hear me saying is 1 front sight, 2 front sight, 3 front sight, 4 front sight, 5 front sight, and that cadence I learned from my instructor Doug Flavin at the Sig Sauer Academy in their semi-auto pistol instructor class. Thanks for that, Doug. That was a helpful bit. But let's see what we do. I'm going to turn this way. We'll kind of keep that going. Let's get this gun loaded up and feel that 1 second cadence. One of the things that the app's going to do is it's going to go 1 Chicago, 2 Chicago, 3 Chicago, and then give me a go. And then my goal is to put 5 shots at that cadence in the target. 4, 3 front sight, 2 front sight, 1 front sight, 1 front sight, front sight, front sight, front sight, front sight. Okay, so we had 4.23 seconds, and we can see what we've got there. So you can see those shots are all 60s, 70s, 80s, you know what I mean? We're moving pretty okay on those. And my splits, the first one was about 0.3 after the beep, which is about what I wanted. Then 1 second, 0.96, 1.04, 0.89, went a little bit fast on the last one. Let's kind of take a look here and see. It says, hey, you're pushing off just a little bit, and I kind of gave that last shot up, you can see. Now, I just want to kind of see first shot, of course, I'm pushing just a little right there. Second shot, as it comes back down, I'm right in the spot where I want to be. Third shot's looking good. Fourth shot, I'm really paying attention to the yellow here, because what that's doing is that's saying the 150 milliseconds right around the break of the shot, where does it go? And I notice a little left rise out of those. And I'm watching as well, looking for my recoil impulse left and right. Notice that one dipped and I went up and right there. So that's kind of interesting recoil impulses. So that helps us because it says, oh, okay, cool. Let's see what we've got. Now let's go down, and instead of doing the 1 second, let's do the half second cadence. Now a half second cadence is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I should still be able to hit. You can go look, if you look at my target down there, you can see all easy A zone hits for me. This is something that I can do and should be able to do all day long. So let's see about half second cadence. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This is a little bit faster. Now again, should I still be able to hit an A zone at a half second cadence at 7 yards? Yes, I should. Certainly think this is the standard that I teach when we get out on the range in the Cover Your Asp tour, and we talk with people about shooting at speed. We start talking and we start that at a half second splits. That's the standard, I think, for concealed carry. Professionals got to get down around a third. That's what Jared Reston says, is that 0.35s, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 is about as fast as he teaches. I think that's the right number there for professionals. For concealed carriers, half second splits, I really would like all of my concealed carry watchers and people that are carrying concealed to at least be able to do half second splits, 7 yards, and keep things in the A zone. So let's see how we do with that. So what I'm trying to do here is grip the gun solid, really kind of get a good both strong hand and support hand grip, like we've talked about in the grip video. And then once that shot goes off, manage the sights and press the trigger at the time where the sights come back on target and do its thing. All right, let's pay attention. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 2, 1. 5 shots. Let's take a look here. As if you look, first shot was fantastic. Second shot I gave up just a little bit. It was moving pretty good. Boy, that last shot I really paid attention. I was like, don't give up the last shot, John. Now let's look at my paces here. First one I was a tad bit slow, 0.58, but then 0.45, 0.44, 0.43. I'm okay with that. I don't know that we can tell a whole lot of difference in 6 or 7 hundredths of a second. Let's go look and see what we got in terms of what it is doing for me. Now, if we look, okay, so I want to see again where my recoil, where the gun is going. We've been working on that in the recoil control video. Obviously that first shot, the yellow, was really, really good. Second shot there, pressing down just a little bit, and then the gun did manage recoil straight up pretty well. Third one there, wow, I actually really like that one. It's nice straight recoil impulse, and the gun was sitting in its sight picture pretty well. Down here into a little push up and to the right on number 4. Fifth one, really like that recoil impulse. So it tells me that what I'm trying to do here in terms of gripping the gun strong with my strong hand, coming around with my support hand and really getting a good grip on it is working. So here's what we're going to do now. We've got 5 left in the gun. Now let's do this again, but I'm going to cheat the system just a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to actually try to shoot this a little bit faster than 0.5s. I'm going to try to get down into that Jared rested 0.3s. This is the professional standard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So they're going to give me that cadence. I'm just waiting for that because I'm going to try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get it just a little bit faster. Okay, went a little bit fast, outdrove myself just a tiny bit there, and had one that was high that was a Charlie. Other than that, felt pretty good, saw my sights. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, it only recorded 2 shots. That's kind of a bummer. I started overdriving it and driving it a little too fast. You can see I actually shot, it said my second round was actually at 1.05, and you watched me do a bunch. So I told you I was overdriving this. They have it electronically limited to get rid of spurious shots. So that's not a fault with the system. That's me driving it a little bit fast. Let's see if we can go even a little bit faster. Okay, so we put some more beans in the blaster. We're not going to use the Mantis for the time being. I'm going to actually turn that guy off. That's cool, because what we're going to do at this point is I'm overdriving what it's capable of doing. It's not really liking the fact that I'm trying to shoot really fast, but I'm going to kind of push one just a little bit here. You saw that I pushed one a little bit high. I'm going to start driving now kind of at my ability currently, and I'm just going to start at my own pace, and this is something that you might not be able to do on your local range. Thankfully, I'm out here on a private bay at C2 Tactical, and they allow me to do this. If your range does, or if you can qualify for this, this is definitely something you want to work on in your live fire training, because if you have to shoot somebody, there's a pretty good chance you're going to have to shoot them a second time, and doing so quickly and accurately is important. So let's get a feel. I feel pretty good about what we've been doing so far. Let's get a feel for how that's going. Okay, so I'm driving that out. Let's see if I can really see the sights get on there. Oh, I felt pretty good about those. Those are about 5 shots right there. Let's see how many we got here. We got about 7 or 8 more in the gun. Let's see if we can just drive this gun to get some fast shots and see how it goes. Let's just kind of see what that looks like. Okay, ready? Got that. Set my shoulders back, set my head up. Let's. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. Again, you can see right now that's about 1/3 of a second splits. I'll actually slow it down on the video and see if I can kind of track those in terms of in post-production. But what you see there is I'm able to keep the gun moving in the direction that I want. I'm able to keep the gun tracking like I want it to, and I'm able to get my hits. Let's see if we can push that a little bit faster. Okay, whew, let's see if we can kind of get out there and see how fast we can kind of get these splits and see. My key here is not just to shoot, but to actually see my dot and be able to track it in real time. Let's see if we can do it a little bit faster still. Come on, John, let's see it. Boy, that was pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling like my training is starting to pay off. Let's see, again, we're at 7 yards, so, you know, we got to just keep going after this. Let's see. Boy, that's pretty gosh darn good. Let's see if we can kind of, man, I am pretty happy with that. So that's enough out of that for me. We'll let that last round go. So as you continue to work and you really work on recoiling, the gun recoiling in your hand and controlling your recoil, you could see out here we're at, like I say, 7 yards, and I'm able to keep those even at a pretty good pace inside of the A zone, other than one flyer. Those will happen to anyone. I'm kind of frustrated at that flyer, actually. But what we can see here is what I want you to work on in your live fire, using the Mantis if you've got it. If not, you're just going to have to use a shot timer, use a metronome app on your phone or whatever to get some cadence, to get an understanding of what the gun is doing, so then that way you can track that recoil. And as you track that recoil yourself, it'll help you put shots on target fast and accurate if ever you have to defend yourself.